Hi there, welcome to this next video. This is going to be a little different than usual because I will do a unboxing, and as you can see I have here the Shadowscapes Tarot. It's something that's been on my wish list for a very long time, and I totally want to do this unboxing together with you. This is a gorgeous deck, and anyone who's a fan of the tarot and loves gorgeous art, I can certainly suggest you to get this deck because it's definitely worth it. So first, it comes in a wonderful box. It's a very sturdy box. It has a magnetized lock, so you will. And yes, it's gorgeous. Here is the back. There is a bit of a text on there and some example images, but I will show you some of the cards. And there you go. This is gorgeous. Look at this. This is a bit of a purplish lavender, kind of a metallic shine on it. I love the artwork on here. And we find a lovely ribbon to help you release the book from the box. And this is the book. As you can see, it's not very thin, it's not very thick either. And it gives one page of text and one full page image of the cards in black and white. I love the design. Look at this butterfly here and this wonderful font. I totally love the design of this book. So this is the book. It's gorgeous. Now let's move on to the cards. These cards are still packed in this foil, so I will open it up. I will see if I can do this very carefully. I have a very small scissor here, and see if I can get it in there without destroying this beautiful deck. Oh my gosh, this is something, I always get nervous doing this. There we go. I can get it out. There it comes. Ooh, I was so stoked for this deck. I've ordered it a few days ago. It was delivered fairly quickly, and I can tell you, I don't think I have ever been so excited to receive a tarot deck. This deck is downright gorgeous. It's a collection of art like you've never seen before. The vibrant colors, the pastels, the fairy-like whimsical design of the cards with all these flowing lines, and gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's, you know, this is just amazing. I have had very vivid dreams of this deck after I've ordered it, and sometimes I feel that this deck has already connected with me before I even got it. So Oh man, this is so gorgeous. This is so beautiful. Oh my god. I am so looking forward to using this deck in my readings. Because I love it, I love it, I love it. I wanted this deck for a couple of years, but I just never got around to ordering it. And there's some times in my life where I've been busy with other things and I didn't use tarot decks at all that much. And then these things, they kind of get into the back of your mind. And that's what happened with this deck. I've put it on a wish list on a large ordering site in my country, comparable to Amazon or something like that. And you know, I finally got around to, and I thought, you know what, I gotta pick some of these decks to order each month, at least one deck. So that's what I'm going to do, and I've been spoiling myself for a couple of months because I got some extra decks and I've already used those, but I'm so thrilled to use this deck in combination with some of the previous decks you've seen. Oh my god, this is the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is a signifier for me. Usually when it pops up in readings, it points to me, and I am madly in love with this image. This is so gorgeous, and it's so amazing that it's also at the front of this lovely box. So it's so cool. It's like this tarot was just made for me. It's so gorgeous. The cards are a bit glossy, as you can see. There's a bit of a shine on them. They have this silvery border. It's really silvery. It's not just grey, but it's a little metallic. I adore this deck. I totally love this deck. I'm just flipping through all the cards right now in a very quick manner. So you can see every card even just for a few seconds. I could do a very extensive look at all these cards, but at this point, yeah, this is just amazing. This is the card back. As you can see, it's kind of almost the same image as this one. I do love the card backs more because they are... Oh my god, it's the magnet. Look, the magnet is holding my scissor. Oh, that's so funny. Alright, so these card backs are even with more contrast and depth of color. Oh my god. I am so happy with this deck. I totally love this deck. So I am going to do a little reading with this one. I'm going to pick some cards and then read the book. So that you can get an idea of how these cards are described in the book. Oh my god, this deck is so gorgeous. I just can't stop looking at it. The colors, the design, the flowing, the energy, the lines, the detail. Oh my, I am so in love with this deck. This one is going to be my favorite. I can already tell you that. It's definitely my favorite deck. Oh, I can just do this for ages. I can do this all day. Just look at these cards. They're so beautiful. I'm so looking forward to using this deck. Or maybe not. Maybe I just want to do this for a few centuries. Just look at the cards. They're so gorgeous. Okay, well, you have to stop me right here because it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna do this for a couple of hours, and no, this is just great. This is wonderful. Look at these colors and the flowing energies, and oh wow. And even though the images are very different from the traditional tarot, still the meaning is very well depicted in them. I mean, you just look at the card and you immediately see which card it is, and the meaning of this card is very well depicted as well. I am so madly in love. Look at this gorgeous card. This is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Alright. Let's do a little reading for you guys. Or for me as well. I am going to pick 3 cards. Let's do the body, the mind and the soul. I see some cards willing to jump out. I am going to get this one, lay it aside. And I will have to do a very thoroughly shuffle because they're of course all just in order. And we have to ruffle them up a bit. So, let's do it for the body, the mind and the soul. A 3-card reading for everyone. Of course, the message might not apply to everyone. We have another jumping card. But maybe you can get out of it something, and if you can't, you know, it just wasn't for you. Maybe there wasn't really something very pressing that you needed to know, but I am definitely sure that everyone who has a pressing matter will find some relief in the message that's going to come out of this reading. I am connecting to you viewers at this moment. I am sending out my spirit to everyone who's watching this video while I shuffle the deck and kind of put the energy of you, the viewer, in this deck while I shuffle and ask the cards to tell me the situation of the body, the mind, and the soul. So here we go. I've shuffled the cards. I can feel when I'm done with shuffling, because while I'm shuffling there's a sort of restlessness. And the moment the cards are in the right order, I feel this like falling down of energy, slowing down of energy. And then I know, we are there, we have arrived. So I split the deck. And I lay out 3 cards. And we have the 2 jumping cards as well. So this is the body, the mind and the soul. And I have 2 jumping cards. Let's turn them over. Let's see what they've got for us. The 7 of Pentacles. And the 4 of Pentacles. Ooh. The 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is about waiting for the harvest, being patient. You have put in a lot of effort. You're working on something and you're waiting for the harvest. This lady in this card is testing the fruits. Are they ripe enough for the harvest? But as you can see, not all fruits are ripe yet. This one may be, because it's latching on to her, like it's trying to connect with her. But the other fruits, they seem to withdraw and try to pull themselves back into the foliage of this fruit tree. And we can find a tiny little dragon here that's on the fruit. It's like it's guarding the fruit, that you're not allowed to get it yet. You can't pick it yet because the dragon will bite you if you do. It's so beautiful. She has this basket with all these fruits in there. Is the camera focusing or what? Thank you. So she's harvesting the fruits, and not all fruits are ready. So this is a card that's about patience. It's about that you've been putting in a lot of effort. And the fruits are coming, but they're not ripe for the harvest yet. And you can test them, but you can't pick them, because if you pick the fruits too soon, they will taste sour, and they will definitely not be very good on your stomach. You'll probably get some trouble when you eat them. You might find that you get stomach ache, and maybe even you have to throw it out back again. So, oh man, I love this card. I totally love the depiction of this energy, because she is a bit impatient. She wants to taste the fruit, but it's not ripe yet. She still has to wait a little before she can pick the fruits. Amazing. Amazing. So it's a warning not to be too quick with your idea of harvesting. And then we find this other dragon. We found this little dragon in this card. And here we find, I suppose, one of the parents of that little dragon. And this dragon is guarding the Pentacles. And it's kind of like saying, no, they're mine. They're not yours, they're mine. You cannot have them. It's about being conservative with your property, with your energy, with your material belongings. Don't give everything away for free. You have worked hard for them. Don't give it away for free. Be careful what you do with your investments, with your money, with your energy, because you can only spend it once. On the other hand, you can imagine if you are never able to let go of some of your money or your investments, you will become very stagnant in your situation, and it will not allow any growth anymore. So there is a fine balance there to be conservative without locking yourself in a stagnant situation. But this dragon is clearly guarding, and you might be able to get a few pentacles, as you can see, but he's not willing to give it all. So this means do not give yourself away for free. Don't be cheap with your energy, with your money, with your effort, with your intention even, because you worked hard for it. So you have the right to conserve the best for yourself and share what you feel that you want to share, but never share more than you feel is right. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So this is what the jumping cards messages are. I totally love it. Well, let's see what the other cards have to say. We find the King of Swords in the body. The mind is the Queen of Swords. I didn't shuffle them very well, as you can see. And let's see what we have here. The King of Pentacles. Wow. These are very strong cards that are coming up. The King of Swords. The King of Swords is the one that has dominion over the mind, who is able to judge. He's a wise person. He has a lot of life experience. I'm trying to get this to focus, because you're missing out on the beauty of these cards. Thank you. So this one has had a lot of life's experience, and as you can see, he's pondering his decisions. There is an owl that is a symbol of wisdom. And we have the Vitruvian Man here, which is about the balance and the harmony and the relations of the humans according to the world around them, and how they fit into the total of the creation. There's a few crows around here, and the crows are messages from the other realms. They usually bring messages from deceased people or from other worlds. And as you can see, this other world is still a bit open, and energies are flowing into this world. And so he is weighing everything, not just the physical and the material world, but also the ethereal world. And this card is about being very thoroughly in your assessments, in your judgments, in how you look at a situation. So we have a lot of wise people gathering here. Gorgeous, gorgeous. The King of Swords. You're very intellectual, you're very smart, you consider the needs of the mind probably more important than the needs of the body. And you can let your mind wander into all kinds of thoughts, experience, and that's where you derive some of your knowledge from. Without having to go the physical route to try it out, you can do it in your mind. That means you have a vivid imagination, and you can imagine all kinds of situations and have thought experiments and come to solutions that way, with contemplating, not coming into action as much, but more thinking and rethinking and daydreaming and fantasizing. So I would suggest that you live a pretty sedentary life. You might need some more exercise. Well, I definitely know it's true for me. So yeah, you have a tendency to be more comfortable in the realm of the mind and the thoughts and the fantasies and the thought experiments. And you need to be aware that you don't tip the balance, because this card, remember, was at the location of the body. So I would surely say this means a lack of physical exercise. So that's what I would hand to you. Look at that. See if there's a balance, or do you sway the balance in favor of the mental activities, in favor of the physical activities. So be aware of that. We come to the mind, and we find the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords, she is the female counterpart of the King of Swords. The King of Swords is more masculine, and men have a different way of looking at things than women. Men are more focused on details and parts, and taking apart and to see how things work. So again, the thought experiments can be very important with this card, but this card is more about empathy, more about wisdom, more about seeing the whole, and have good judgments of personalities, and be very to the point, very straightforward to the point. I'm not sure, but it looks like she's holding a sort of a bow, which means that she can shoot her arrow straight at the goal that she's having in her mind. And she didn't get this wisdom just by sitting there and contemplating. She got this wisdom by life's experience. She's been through a lot. She's had a lot of obstacles to overcome and a lot of sorrow, and she went through all of the 10 cards of the Suit of Swords, and not all of them are very pleasant. If for the ones that know the cards a bit, they know that there are some difficult cards in the sword deck, sword suit, I must say. And she's been through all of them, and she has accumulated her wisdom from her life's experience. And she has a very sharp eye. She can see what people are trying to hide. She can definitely see the weak spots everyone has. I know that's true for me, and that is because I'm a healer. I can see the wounds of people. But as soon as I tend to touch them, and that's what the Queen of Swords usually tends to do, she wants to touch the wounds in order to heal them. But sometimes you get very strong reactions from the people with the wounds, of course. That's quite logical, actually. But she has a very great manner of making decisions and making them very just and rightly. So this card signifies that you are very, very good at judging people, and I don't mean judging in a negative way, but you can see who they really are. You can see who they are behind the mask that they're carrying, and therefore you can see right through them, and you kind of know their weak spots and their strong feats. And that's the Queen of Swords. This is wisdom through experience. And because she's the female character, there's a lot of empathy, a lot of heart. She's not logical like the king, she's more empathetic. But still, she's very concrete in her goals and her assessments, and she certainly doesn't take any bull crap from anybody. So move on to the next card. The Soul is the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is the master of the material realm, and we can see a dragon-like creature here at the feet of the tree where this King of Pentacles is in, and he's carrying a pentacle on his head, and I can see acorns in the tree. The King of Pentacles is definitely very associated with acorns and things like that. So that's very spot on. I'm looking for the name of the tree where the acorns grow in. This is not my native language, and things like that I always find very difficult to translate. I might add a note when I edit this video. So the King of Pentacles is the one who is working for security, and very dependable and very conscientious, and he's the one that makes sure everything that everyone needs is there. And this is about the soul, so you can see this as the higher self guiding you through your life and making sure that everything you need is there on your path, that you will find the resources you need, that you will find the people that you need, and your higher self or your soul is arranging all of that. And it happens, of course, outside of your daily consciousness. But I believe that your soul is the master of this realm. But since we kind of lose touch with it, we also become unaware of the actions of this soul of ours and what it's doing. So this assures me that everything you need will be there. You don't have to worry about needing things or even lacking things. Everything you need will be on your path, because your soul can oversee things that you cannot. And it will make sure that everything you need is there. So this is gorgeous. This is amazing. I hope you find something useful in here, and I'd love to see you back in another reading. I am not sure if I have the time to do another pick-a-card reading this weekend, because I am pretty busy this weekend, and probably later as well. But I will try to use this deck in another pick-a-card reading. I already have some ideas on how to do that. And also I would like to again bring it to your attention that I do have a Patreon page. And if you become a member, you can also become a member of a exclusive Facebook group where I share some of my videos and some of the videos that are not available on YouTube, and also you will be able to have a live session with me each month. I will go live, and everyone who's there will be able to chat with me, ask away, and we can just have fun, get to know each other, and well, talk about the cards and the tarot. And of course I am there to answer all questions that you might have. So I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, and I definitely did, and I can assure you that you will see these cards in my pick-a-card readings, because I already can tell you that this is my favorite deck from now on, and I'm not sure if there are many tarot decks that will be able to top this for me. So you will definitely be seeing more of this deck and more of my videos, of course, on this channel. You can subscribe if you like to be notified. Click the bell icon. And again, you can also become a Patreon and be part of an exclusive community where we can share our knowledge about tarot and everything that comes with it. So I want to bless you, wish you a great weekend or a great day whenever you're watching this, and I love to see you back next time. Bye bye.